It's Madden NFL24 on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Pats and the 49ers on Thursday night.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A second down throw for Purdy. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Samuel. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Touchdown pass, and the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. And they will be let out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's a young man who's always believed in his talents. Didn't have many offers out of high school, ended up at Houston Baptist and put up monster numbers. Decided to take the next step and go to Western Kentucky, and he did it again. Set NCAA records for passing touchdowns and passing yards in a single season. Now the big jump to the NFL, this guy's like a very skilled point guard, knows how to deal and put the ball in the proper place with every throw.
Zappy now on 1st and 10. That's to a former 49er, Kendrick Bourne. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Zappy looks to throw it. Pass complete once again to Bourne. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 6 now. Zappy working from the gun. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
What's the deal, dog? Attention, pay attention. Let's go. Get him going, baby.
Going play action here with Zampi. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One final shot before half for Zampi. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's got a man, complete. Big play there for New England. 66 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Here's Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On first down, it's Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Now 2nd and 4. Purdy to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up past the 45.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield, and they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, the yards count either way.
Here's Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the offensive movement to the west.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. This is Samuel. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one. You might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Here's Purdy to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get another 1st down here up at the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing, Purdy. And his throw is incomplete. 1 overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Second and 10. Purdy now to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Zappi. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Zappi. He's got Henry, and he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that, and just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Zappi. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again. The tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 3. Zappi to throw. That'll be complete to Stevenson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
Here's Zappi to throw. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Now Zampi. And his throw here is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Zampi to throw. Incomplete.
Defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So it all rides now on the foot of the kicker, Chad Ryland. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. And finally, this one is over. We thought it may never end, but that kick puts the exclamation mark on it.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.